Hey, Screaming Geek Media here. I'm Jerry the Geek. Today we got Halloween 3 on 4K. We'll talk about the movie itself, the 4K release, the video and audio presentation, show you some screenshots comparing the Blu-ray and the 4K, and talk about the packaging and bonus features and whatnot. So before we do, if you enjoy physical media, movies, and home theater and whatnot, please check out my other videos on my channel. And like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on. So here we have Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which came out in 1982. It's starring Tom Atkins, Stacey Nelkin, and Dan O'Harely. I don't know if I got that. Probably butchered that name. Oh well, sorry. Directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. Halloween 3 was a departure from the franchise. From what I've read, John Carpenter's ideas originally was to have a series of movies with different storylines, but always gathered around Halloween. But after the success of the first one, the studio talked them into doing another Michael Myers, which became number 2. So after that, they went back to doing something different. So they went away from Michael Myers and produced this story, which is, is good on its own. It was sad not to have Michael Myers, but it's a good Halloween movie. Kind of wish it would have had a different name, but oh well. Basically, the story revolves around a mask maker and toy company. After an unusual death at the hospital of a salesman for the company and a doctor and the guy's daughter, I follow leads back to the mask maker to look in to see what's really going on there. Kind of a weird story, but it's pretty good. Really loved it back then, but kind of now doesn't hold up today. It's definitely a cheesy as hell movie, but good nonetheless. Now this 4K release comes from Shout Factory. It came out in October 2021. It originally filmed on 35mm, finished with a 4K digital intermediate, finished with HDR10 with Dolby Vision. And the picture here is incredible. I mean, starting from the beginning of when they're hospital, the whites of the uniforms, the little pops of color, some really good contrast, the depth and details there. And of course the mask colors just freaking leap off the screen. Now, the amount of detail in the movie is incredible from beginning to end. I was just overwhelmed by how good this really looked. Even compared to, the Blu-ray was done by Shout a few years ago, and it looked good as well. I think the main differences you're going to see in the screenshots are going to be the color timing. That's going to be your biggest thing, because even the Blu-ray had some really good detail too. And the colors looked good as well, but the 4K just takes it to another level. So here's some screenshots comparing the Shout Blu-ray done several years ago and the newest 4K. And then we'll come back afterwards, talk about the audio, packaging, and the bonus features. So for the audio, Shout Factory gave us a Dolby Atmos track here. Also has the standard DTS HD Master Audio Stereo and a mono track. And I actually toggled between all 3 tracks, and all 3 of them are very well done. I mean, they all have the nice crisp detail to it, and good, the dialogue's clear. And then, but of course the Dolby Atmos, of course I don't have Dolby Atmos, so I'm basically down mixed to 5.1, but It still sounded really good. Good soundstage, ambience. You know, not a whole lot as far as sound effects, but some here and there. And of course, the soundtrack was done by John Carpenter and Alan Hallworth. And the score really comes through. Kind of weird at times. I know my wife was in another room and she could hear it. And she thought it was annoying as hell. She told me never to watch it again when she's in the house. Especially you can't forget the little jingle, you know. 8 more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Can't get that out of my head now. I bet you can't either. So good overall audio track. Nothing really bad to say about it. An old classic movie. You know, they did a fairly good job taking these old movies that they weren't meant for surround sound, but they're getting them to sound pretty decent. They did a good job here. So for the packaging, like the previous two, it's got this little slip case. The standard keep case with a new artwork. And different artwork for the Blu-ray and the 4K. And like the others, it has the regular and then the original artwork. So you can choose which one you want to use. Which I will use my custom covers I designed, so I'll be using those instead. Which if you want to check those out, you can check out my custom cover videos and you can take a look at my Halloweens. So for special features, we have a couple audio commentaries. One of them with Tommy Lee Wallace, and the other one was this Tom Atkins. Then we have a standalone, The Making of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which actually features Tommy Lee Wallace, actors Tom Atkins, Stacey Nelkin, stunt coordinator Dick Warlock, who actually played Michael Myers in Halloween 2, director of photography Dean Cudney, and more. Then we have Horror's Hallowed Grounds, revisiting the original shooting locations with host Sean Clark and Tommy Lee Wallace. Interview with makeup effects artist Tom Berman. Still gallery, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and radio spots. Which pretty much, I think all of that is pretty much a port over from the Blu-rays and not really anything new for the bonus features there. So a really good release here. For an old movie, the black sheep of the franchise, since it didn't have Michael Myers, but this was a very well done, very impressive addition from Shout Factory. Now picking this up, if you check, Amazon's still I think it's about $28. But the cheapest you're gonna find is Hamilton Books. They're still selling for $22.95. You can check eBay, but they've been very scarce. It's hard to find a good deal on these. So your best bet if you want this, check out Hamilton Books. Definitely check them out. All the Halloweens are $22.95 each. So I would definitely highly recommend picking this up. It's a great addition to the Halloween collection. So that pretty much wraps it up for my Halloween 3 Season of the Witch review. Please check out my other videos on my channel. Like and subscribe. Turn your bell notifications on so I got more coming. Hopefully we'll be getting Halloween 4 and 5. Hoping to order those here in the next week or two. So keep an eye out. See you later. Geek out.